Welcome everybody to the video, and welcome to Goodwill. We're starting off this video looking at a piece of glass already. That was a nice piece of just yellow. It's got some white milky glass in there. I'm ultimately gonna leave it behind. It wasn't really signed. I couldn't really find anything on it. Just a cool piece of glass, but I'm definitely gonna leave it behind. But I'm gonna put it in the cart and walk around with it for a little bit. And I'll talk to my wife later and see what she thinks of the piece. But we are gonna get some great stuff here at this Goodwill. This Goodwill here hasn't been that great as of late. Not as good as the previous video which I did, which was packed full of toys and great prices. This one here, does price up a little bit. Some of their newer stuff, like all those new toys that are there. And it is a smaller Goodwill, but still jam-packed full of stuff in here. And we are actually going to find some good stuff to resell. Now, every Goodwill in our area is a little bit different. I'm pretty sure, it's up to the management, whoever managed that store, what pricing are going to be, and I do find some stuff here. It's just I can't, it's the price just isn't where I need it to be in order to make a profit. But that's okay. I'll keep doing work. I'll keep, going through the stuff at this Goodwill. I'll go to other Goodwills. I have other avenues or other places to source that can get me product that I can put up on eBay and make money on. So it just means, I might come to this Goodwill less. So, and then, after maybe put on hold for a little bit, then I can come back and hopefully, maybe there's different stuff. Maybe there's better pricing. We'll see. But there is, there's some Goodwills that I haven't not visited in a while. They're in my area that we should be going out to take a look at. There's a bins location up near San Francisco that we still need to get to, which we haven't made our rounds out there. We're fortunate. We are fortunate to be in an area where there's just a lot of opportunities to buy stuff to resell. So I just don't have that need to have to venture out pretty much any further than I don't know, 15 miles or so. What do you think is rare?
Huh?
What is rare?
Okay.
What are we looking at? What are we saying here? What do we got? Oh man, you know what these are? These are glassware from the Madonna Inn here in California. Now, these are priced up a little bit, and by the time now that I'm making this video, I've already sold 2 of those pieces already. We're already made some money. I think we may have already broken even on those, or maybe a little bit more profit.
2001.
But those are Madonna Inn glasses. I've sold the larger ones. I've sold the larger Madonna Inn. They're more like goblet style. They're just nicely decorated, usually floral patterns, and they're glass. They come in different colors. They're limited runs, and they're just nice pieces. I've never seen the smaller ones. I know they do make smaller ones, but I've never seen them out here. Never sourced them before. So when you spot a Madonna in glass, it's you'll know it immediately. It's pretty striking. And so they're limited edition. Even the colors, they only produce a certain amount of a color. I think it's like 3 or probably more like 500-ish or so. Yeah, you'll have to look on their website, but I think it's about 500 of that color, per year. And then, some years they don't even produce that color, so we're definitely picking that up. We're paying up a little bit for it, but it's definitely, excuse me, definitely worth it. Electronics are jam-packed full of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. Although as of late, I haven't really found too much here. This Atari thing, it wasn't. It's not going to be worth it. Those little, you know, game systems that you can hook up to your TV aren't really worth too much. I have a little Pac-Man one. I still got to clean. I only got it for $1, so that'll probably resell for about $10. Excuse me. So I was kind of investigating the Sony. Sony is definitely something you want to take a look at. You want to look up the model number. This, I believe, if I remember correctly, is a DVD player. But we'll put it in the cart. We'll take a look at it later. Look at the model number. Sometimes it's a good idea just to put stuff in your cart and, you know, continue shopping and then look it up later. Secure the item and then, you know, continue searching the shelves. See what else you find out there. We usually get here towards the evening, so a lot of stuff is picked over, but this Goodwill does bring out stuff usually throughout the day, and I have, you know, like you saw that cart over there earlier, they brought that cart out, you know, in the evening, so they're still stocking shelves. Let me know if you guys see anything. Is there anything I should be looking at? Anything I should be picking up? You know, from what I could tell, I'm not seeing too much that is resellable. I'm not really into selling lamps, so I'm not. I'll glance at them, but not a big lamp reseller. I don't have the. I mean, I could get the boxes that are necessary for shipping those, but I prefer not to. However, if there's profit, I might take a chance. These are some old PC lighting accessories. I know nowadays it's just LED strips, but these are cold cathode tubes for lighting your PC. They have an old school little Molex plug in there. Definitely gotta pick those up. Those should resell, you know, well. They might be a bit of a long tail item. Might sit for a little while, several months, but they will sell eventually, and they're pretty lightweight. Don't really take up too much space in storage. The cost, you know, the buy cost is not too bad. I'm not gonna mind it if it sits around. Plus, it's vintage computer components, and I love my vintage computer components. And I will definitely not hesitate in holding on to those. I might even use them myself, but cool little vintage PC throwback there. You know, nowadays there's so much you can find to customize your PC, your whole setup, your keyboard, everything. Back in the day, it was oops, I just dropped something. Back in the day, it was, you know, we were on our own, you know, with a little cutting tool or something, and, you know, trying to create custom lighting situations. Nowadays, it's easy. Definitely gonna take a look at some, you know, some golf clubs. Yeah, I've said it before. I think you could do pretty well reselling golf clubs if you just want to do golf clubs. Yeah, they're usually priced right in my area. The most around, you know, between $4 to, I've seen them as high as like $8, but generally they're right around that $4 to $5. It's like $4.59 usually. That's kind of like the standard of what they price them at. And I have seen some good brands. I don't know, you know, because Goodwill will, you know, take some of the better brands out and, you know, put them more towards their boutique store, which I haven't been to in a while. Push them more to their boutique store, or maybe their online store as well too. I don't know if they do that for golf clubs or not. I'm pretty sure they do, but I have found some good names out here and some good brands to resell. Of course, you know, one of the holy grails of of golf club, especially reselling golf clubs, is Scotty Cameron. So if you do find any Scotty Cameron golf clubs, any Scotty Cameron accessories for golf, those resell incredibly well, and they resell for good profit. Keep your eye out for Scotty Cameron. Otherwise, what I look out for are the big name brands, your Titleist, your Pings, your TaylorMades. Then I'll just look up the model number on it or something to try to see what it's currently reselling for. And if it's reselling for $30 or more, I'm definitely willing to take the chance on golf clubs. I don't. I do have golf club boxes. I don't normally keep them in stock, but I will buy them when necessary. But we're over in the section that I like to be in, which is the toys. Although I haven't really been finding much toys at this Goodwill. I have a cart full of plush down there, but I'm not ultimately going to pick it up. It's Disney Parks plush, but this plush doesn't do that well, so some of the Disney like princesses, there's it comes from the parks. It's called the Illustrator series. I have sold those for good profit. The last one I sold, I think, was the Tiana, which sold for, if I remember correctly, I think it was $75. Did really well. So the Illustrator series are definitely one you want to keep your eye out for. But the ones in my cart, I'm ultimately going to put them all back. There was no profit there. I just decided to grab them because, of course, they're Disney, and they had tags. They were new with tags, so I'll look them up before I walk out the door or walk to the register. Gonna check out these end caps here, see if there's anything interesting, but not too much. I think my wife already grabbed the interesting ones, the Madonna end pieces. One thing we have not found recently is Glassy Baby votive candle holders. You know, we do find them from time to time, although we've been on a bit of a dry spell. We have not found any at any Goodwills or Savers or flea market. They do still resell well. They just don't go for as much as they used to. So I think a lot of people are looking for them and finding them and putting them out there. So what happens when you have an increase in supply? The price tends to go down. But they will still be priced pretty well here at Goodwill. When we found them, they've been priced about $2.19, and you know, they'll resell. That look like Glassy Baby at first, but it's not. And they'll generally resell. The more common ones will be about $40-50. Some of the rare ones, the ones with unique that aren't just a solid color, will go for more. And this is right before Halloween, so they're starting to transition over to Christmas now. And as you can see, they have a bunch of little, like kind of like appliances stacked over here. And those would normally, at some other Goodwills I go to, they price better. And by better, I just mean lower. And they sell out all of their stuff. Like, all those appliances will be gone at other Goodwills. This one here, they price them up. And so, you know, they are going to sit for a while. So eventually, I don't know, you know, I've never really seen them. I've seen them discount at other Goodwills, but I haven't seen them ever at this one. You know, just drop the prices or change the tags. And we're looking through the wallets and everything. You guys know I love to resell wallets. They're great. They usually go for pretty good money. This one here, a Betsy Johnson. I'm surprised. This usually would be in the glass. It was a Betsy Johnson. Even though Betsy Johnson doesn't really, you know, command the price that it used to. but it's got an animal print. It's got a leopard and or cheetah print, whatever you guys want to call it. And I always put that in my listing. I put leopard, cheetah print in there. It's a style that just never goes away. There's always a buyer for animal print like this, and especially with the sequins on it. Great pickup. We're going to put it, it's like a clutch wallet, clutch purse. We're going to put that in the cart for sure. But wallets, I mean, I just sold 2 or 3 wallets. Yeah, I sold 3 wallets just recently, just in the last couple days, and they all went for over $20. They just go in a poly mailer. I usually wrap them with 1 layer of bubble wrap, put them in a poly mailer, and send them on their way. No real risk of any breaking or anything like that. I mean, I guess the bag could get punctured, but highly unlikely. Gonna take a look at some backpacks and bags. Nothing really that good. But I'm not surprised, because you will find, as you're out there at Goodwills, as you're out there, you know, even at flea markets, you're gonna see, you know, like which vendors and or which flea markets, Goodwill stores you go to, whatever stores you go to, you'll start to see, you know, that, all right, this one isn't good for this one's good for that, you know, and this one's not really good for purses and bags and stuff. This was something weird. I don't know. I've never seen this before. The name looked like it was printed backwards. It was well made, which is why I am investigating it a little bit further, doing a little more investigation. When that magnet is kind of hidden in the leather, it could be a sign of something a little bit better. I showed it to my wife. We kind of looked it up, and I think I found a comp on it. I wasn't really sure if it was the right comp or not. But according to that comp, it was not worth it. So we're going to leave it behind. But something weird and interesting. I didn't know. I had no idea. Boot season is here. Boot season. Keep your eye out for, you know, good brands that sell well. Look them up. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I've been disconnected from the shoe wear market for a while. Boot wear market for a little while. So I'm not up to date, not up to speed. But I am getting there. Like you've heard me say, you know, most of my shoe wear and everything will go over to Poshmark now. And we will find some shoes here at this Goodwill. So I'm over in the clothing section. As you can see, it's packed full of clothes. I'm telling you, you can find some great clothes. And in my video where I did, you know, how to list an item, and I featured a shirt and some shoes, you know, that stuff is, you know, the shirt was a Dixon flannel shirt, so they're here. Everything it's here on these shelves. You just got to take the time to go through it. I don't like to go through clothes, but I will from time to time. There's some hats up here, so I'm just going to take a look at the hats. Hat market isn't what it used to be, so you really got to find those special hats. One hat I recently sold was Montreal Expo's New Era hat, which you should be on the lookout for Montreal Expo's hats. They do really well. The old ones, well, Montreal Expo's don't, you know, aren't around anymore, so they will demand a bit of a premium, or command a bit of a premium. However, the hat I had a patch on the side that said All-Star Japan Series 2004. And because it had that patch, it went for $113. And it would have probably gone for more, but it wasn't in the best shape. There was a one sold comp, which was, I think, a Cincinnati Reds with that patch, and that one went for $150. So keep your eye out for that New Era Japan All-Star Series patch. Over $100. Lots of clothes. Lots of clothes. I should probably be looking through these flannels or long sleeves, but that's something I like to do. And if I don't like to do it, it's not going to be fun. Some Sorels. You definitely want to look out for Sorels. Sorels do incredibly well. And Goodwills and other places, you know, they will overlook them. They won't, you know, they'll put them. These should probably be priced up more if they knew what they went for. But they're not, so I think they were $13. Either we'll go in the recap. We'll look in the recap. Like these vans I think those were $52 or $53 for those vans. Like, dang. I'm spotting another brand here. It seems pretty well made. And it's called, and the brand actually, it's Mamut, I believe. I'm not sure how to pronounce that exactly. But I have sold the jacket from this same brand, and that's sold incredibly well and fast too. So now I'm seeing the shoes. I'm like, what? So, and you know, based on what I'm seeing here, I think these are going to be a pickup too. And I think they're probably around $13 if I remember correctly. Again, we'll recap everything. But the comps are looking pretty good, and like all my footwear, shoes, all that are going over to our Poshmark store. But we're gonna snap these up, put them in the cart. They need a little bit of cleaning, but tread looks good. The condition of the uppers is good. Definite pickup right there. Got some good profit in shoes. We got that Betsy Johnson. All that plush is going back. Even that vintage looking, well, it was a vintage. It wasn't just a vintage looking Pink Panther. This is going back. This is my wife's, this is me and my wife's, you know, evening trip here to the Goodwill. You know, after a nice long day of working, although I don't I don't work that much anymore. Well, I should say regular 9-to-5 job. Still doing my Goodwill, and of course making content to bring to put on YouTube for everybody to watch and hopefully learn something from. Hopefully, you know, you guys see stuff in here that I'm buying, and you guys can find this too and try to resell it as well. But this is the we're in the miscellaneous pottery glass section, which, you know, stuff that doesn't find a home on an end cap or anything. So, white glass or white pottery, ceramics. Nothing great. And I've been on a dry spell also of finding my Deneen coffee mugs that I collect. I haven't found any of them. We haven't found any Glossy Baby lately. We haven't found any Deneen mugs. They gotta turn up. I gotta put it out there in the universe. I gotta be putting those mugs out there because I haven't added to my collection lately. Not that I need more mugs or anything, but they're really cool. Of course, I'm looking out for the one I want the most, which is the Death Wish coffee. That is the most valuable Deneen mug. Well, one of the most valuable Deneen mugs, if you can find it. And, but I would like to add it to my collection of Deneen. scoping out the clear glass. I do like to always take a look at the clear glass. I'm always also looking out for cool decanters to add to my decanter collection as well too. Got a lot of collections going on. Those glasses are cool. You might find some of them that are branded with certain spirits. I believe I do have a collection of them. They have the red stems, and I forget what they're called. I think they're Grand Marnier. And speaking of spirits, these are some Grey Goose ones. You can see the Grey Goose on the bottom, and then they kind of have like almost like pine tree design going around the cup. These are rocks glasses, or I think the other term is lowball, I believe, if I remember correctly. Whiskey glasses. A great, set of glasses to have on hand. You do partake of spirits or liquor. Of course, please be responsible out there. As I am. No, but I mean, seriously, please, everyone, be responsible out there. Yeah, I like to, as much as I talk about it and everything like that, I'm not, I don't drink all the time. I'm not really much of a beer drinker. Not, I get bloated real easily from beer, so I tend to stay away from it. Unless if I'm out and about, I'll have an occasional black and tan, which is probably one of my favorites. Just get a nice, what's it called? The dark beer, the really dark one from Ireland, I believe. Oh, I can't remember the name. But I do enjoy a good black and tan. But mostly a whiskey drinker. Mostly a whiskey drinker and connoisseur is what I like to call myself. And I do like to collect the, the glasses and stuff that are, branded by those companies, by distilleries. Okay, enough talk about that. We're going to take a look at the glass here. And I saw this, and I thought this was a Blu-ray writer. It's a little bit, I don't know if this was switched, because the box definitely says Blu-ray writer. But what's inside the box is actually it's a Blu-ray player and but a DVD writer. But it matches up like that's why I'm a little bit confused. I'm looking for the model number and everything, but what was in the box is not a Blu-ray writer. But I don't know. I was a little bit confused because, it looks like what was in the box that's what it is, but it's not a Blu-ray writer. So if it was a Blu-ray writer, you definitely want to pick it up. Internal or external Blu-ray writers do incredibly well if you find them. DVD writers, not so much. DVD writers, if you do find them, writers, readers, they are still in use and people still need them. I've bought and sold them before, but if you're gonna buy DVD writers, you gotta buy them low. I mean, less than $5.
If I can look at a couple of headphones,
like a buck or two.
Huh? No, I'm not gonna take that.
And generally, you would probably want the portable ones that connect through USB. Internal, not so much anymore. I wouldn't bother with internal DVD writers at all. But external USB ones, if you can get for like a buck or two, then those would be decent to resell. They'd be like more like what we would call bread and butter. Headphones, I definitely love picking up headphones and reselling them. I found some good ones lately. These ones here, some Bose, which Bose is a good brand, but those are ripped up. I'm not going to deal with that. I'll leave that, especially for the price that I'm going to pay for it. I would like them to be in better condition, better shape. These are Jabra headset. When it comes to headsets, you probably want to stick to like Plantronics. Those ones I've done really well with. Or gaming headsets, you know, the wireless ones. Steel Series. Turtle Beach can do okay. Or especially, you know, just the ones that are, you know, branded by like Sony ones, or, you know, your big name brands. Yeah, I was looking at these Sony headphones, but they appear to be in good condition. I mean, I don't. They're definitely older, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I was trying to see if they were wireless, or I'm just gonna type the model number in and see what they go for. Yeah, those weren't going to be worth it based on what they were selling it for. I always feel a little rushed when I'm in the class, especially with the, you know, with the guy there kind of waiting. I feel like I'm, you know, kind of taking him away from his responsibilities, but
thank you very much.
I want to, you know, quickly move through there and determine what you know, if I want to get it or not. I'll try to do my homework beforehand, but sometimes you don't really know until you open the glass, get your hands on the product. TCU, Horned Frogs. I found this over in the toy section. Matter of fact, that's already sold by the time this video comes out. That's sold, I think, if I'm not mistaken, for $22. There's some t-shirts we're just going to take a look at. I was, my wife was in line, and I was putting the carts away, so I decided to come over here to the t-shirt section, which is where the carts go.
Sport, Nebraska t-shirt.
Spotted this older shirt. No. But let's get into the recap. Okay, everybody, welcome to the recap. So, you know, that Goodwill turned out to be okay today. Now, it hasn't been that great in the past. And by the past, I mean, like, the last few weeks. You know, my past is already gone. Or the time's flying right by. So, it hasn't been that great. We go, I mean, that's our regular stop, you know, on Thursdays. And we don't really go there any other time besides Thursday, just because we really don't find that many great stuff. We rather concentrate our efforts on other stores that have more product, as far as Goodwills go. Adjust that a little bit. Okay, so, but we did get some stuff here. Let me just go through it. First of all, I'm going to go through the shoes, because the shoes are not going to go on eBay. All the shoes now that we get, we are starting to slowly pick up shoes, but they got to be good. They got to be, you know, they have a good profit margin in them, and they're all going to go on Poshmark now. So, I think I said this already, my son's going to be running our Poshmark store now, and so we're going to concentrate our shoes, and a few other key items maybe might go on there, just to kind of test it out, but shoes are going on Poshmark. We found these. This is a great brand to look out for. We did pay up a little bit, as you can see, $22 on that one, but these are Mammoth shoes, and on eBay the comps are right around $60 to $80 for these, so they're in pretty good condition. Not much needs to be done to those, just a quick probably wipe down on the soles, but these are going to go to Poshmark, so we're probably going to listen to Poshmark because people tend to pay a little bit more on Poshmark. We're going to price them up a little bit, probably about $75 for these. Good size too. For shoes, you got to pay attention to the size. If they're small, they won't do too well. If they're too big, again, they won't do too well. You got to get right in the middle of the road. These are a men's size 8.5. So still a little on the smaller side. I tend to want to be around 9, 10, 11, 12 on shoes. Isn't bad. Women's sizes, I try to want to be around 8, 9, 10 as well too for women's sizes. But pretty good, great pair of shoes here. These should sell pretty well and on Poshmark. I know I said this is primarily an eBay channel, but I'm going to give you what I see on eBay as the comps. Okay. Then we have a pair. These are a pair of Sorels. And I couldn't find these exact ones on eBay, $13.49. But Sorels on eBay, you know, from what I sold in the past, should be around $50 or so for these Sorels. So, 40 to 50 bucks, I would say, for these Sorels. So, because they need some cleaning, we're probably going to post them up for about 50 bucks on Poshmark. Do it again there. Let me go to the Poshmark site. Okay, now eBay. We have Betsy Johnson. This is the Betsy Johnson clutch. $4.69 is what we paid for this clutch. What's great about this clutch, and you know, I've said Betsy Johnson doesn't do as well anymore. Used to do pretty good for Betsy Johnson, but and I think the Goodwills and even at the flea market, they still price it up. As if it's still going for, you know, what it was going for 1 to 2, 3 years ago. But I'm going to price this probably about $25 to $30. And the reason is because the animal print. This animal print is always in style. There's always someone looking for animal print. So if you find a great product or a product like a Betsy Johnson product, but it's just plain, I would pass on it. If it has some sort of animal print on it, I would definitely be picking it up, depending upon the price too. And $4.69 is a good price. Just a nice clutch. It's in great condition too. Then, you know, these helmets here, I looked it up. It's $2.69. Should sell for about 20 bucks. TCU Horned Frogs, college. It's a college team. These little mini helmets. I mean, back in the day when I was doing a lot of memorabilia, we used to pick these guys up and get them signed. We used to go down to the game. We used to go over to, if there were any local signings, card shows, grab these helmets. These were great for signatures. Or just decor. So this was $2.69. So great buy right there for that. Then I got these here. These are probably about $20 to $25 I'm hoping for. I paid $8 for... No, I'm sorry. This is a random sticker. What is this? Some other sticker got stuck on here. $3.69 for each of these. But they're cold cathode fluorescent lights. These are for the computer before LEDs. So it has the old power connect, Molex power connector there is what you see. So got a couple of them here. And I'm hoping they go for about 20 bucks each. Then I grabbed... So I didn't... Did I look these up? I didn't... Sorry, there's a lot of glass down here now. We got a lot of glass. So these ones here, I couldn't find these exact ones, but I do like them. They're Grey Goose, clear glass, nice rocks, whiskey glasses. I mean, it's Grey Goose, so it's probably vodka. You're probably pouring some vodka, a little vodka cranberry in there. But, and you can see they have like trees on there. So I thought it had a nice winter theme. I think I can get probably about $10 for each of these. So I'm going to post them up for 20, see what happens. It's going to, the key words going to be winter, Christmas, holidays, New Year's. It's getting close to the end of the year. People are going to be drinking. Family's going to be around, so people are going to be drinking. I'm going to put all this glass over here because I don't want anything to have to do it. Because we got more glass. Okay. Now check these out. Check out this pattern here. This might be kind of, or it might be more of a California exclusive type of item. But this is from the Madonna Inn here in California. And we got a bunch of colors here. So I'm going to show you the colors and I'll talk about it a little bit more. I like that orange. Orange and yellow. And these are smaller than the ones I usually pick up. So the ones I usually pick up are more, larger goblet style. These are more smaller wine glass-ish. Okay, let's get all these out of here because there's a whole bunch of them. So check these ones out. Check out that cobalt blue. That's really nice. And then a nice light green one here. So these, we paid up for them. Paid $10.49. Did the comps justify that? Not really. We went kind of against the grain with this one here. Just because, these are really cool. And I think in a set, if we sell them like 2 to a set, we have... Actually, 2 to a set would be bad. I don't know. I think... I'm guessing we might be able to get about $20 a glass. So we might put them in a set. The profit's not really, there where we like it to be. But these are just so cool. And, the fact that I've sold these before. I've sold the taller ones for $25. 25 to... actually, I've had 2. I sold one for 30, one for 25. The last one I sold for 25. But these smaller ones, there isn't really that much data to go on. I might push it a little bit higher. I might push it to $25 a glass just because they are smaller, a little bit more rare. I have a bunch of different colors. We will see how that goes. My profit margin might be slim on these. I wouldn't recommend picking up for $10. I'd recommend picking up for under $5 if you can. It's just I have a history of selling the larger ones, but I know someone's probably going to want those. Ooh, especially those colors. I really like that orange one, though. That orange one's kind of cool. This is just kind of like 90s vibe. I wouldn't recommend picking this up, but it's a glass 90s retro business card holder. So just kind of a cool glass business card holder. It probably was made by somebody. I don't, $2.69. We're going to give it a try, see what happens. I really like it. I don't know, it might be a keeper. We'll see. We'll see about that. That's really cool. I'm stashing all my glass over here because I don't want to put it back in the bag and have any chipping going on. Winnie the Pooh hand puppet, $2.69. And we're hoping to get about $15 for that. Winnie the Pooh hand puppet. What else we got? We got the receipt in there. Oh, we got this really cool. This is a tissue box. Look where the tissue comes out of the nose there. So the funny thing is, we actually found another one at another Goodwill in the area. So $7.79. It should go for about, the comps are right around $22. So not crazy. I wish I would have got it for a little bit less, but it's just kind of cool. Kind of a cool feature. Got that Easter Island statue kind of look to it. So pretty cool item there. Got no more space over there. And we got a backpack. This is a Juicy Couture. Again, I couldn't find any comps on this backpack. And we pay, what do you pay for this one? $14.19. But I've sold Juicy Couture purses and everything for right around $50. That's what I'm thinking with this. On the low end, $50. But it's got a nice like quilted pattern, not like Vera Bradley quilted. And it's Juicy Couture. It's a Y2K. I don't know if it's like that vintage, but it's got a nice look to it. I'm gonna push this one to up to $80 and see what happens, and open up offers. And that's it, right? That's it. That's everything we picked up from the Goodwill today. No topic today. I don't really have, I might throw something at the end. I don't, but if I don't, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Please hit that thumbs up button if you have any questions, comments. If you like the stuff we picked up, let me down below. If you don't like anything we picked up, then tell us you don't like what we picked up. If there's stuff that I'm missing, please leave a comment down below. Let me know. Hey, you're missing this. You're not seeing this. You're a bad reseller. You can't pick up good items. Whatever you guys want to leave down below. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. And we'll catch you guys in the next video.